When you play Peak, it doesn't take long before chaos hits. When you first look at Peak, it's easy to think it's just another co-op climbing game. You move, you carry gear, you climb, but underneath, there's a design that's carefully tuned to pull drama out of the smallest decisions. The reason people yell, laugh, and keep coming back isn't just because the mountain is so fun to climb. It's because the systems are built to make you care about every step. At its core, Peak is simple. Stamina drains as you move, you carry food and ropes, and if somebody falls, you can revive them, but it costs resources. Nothing here is groundbreaking on its own. What makes it powerful is how they connect. Stamina is just a bar until you tie it to weight. Now carrying an extra rope makes you slower, but it could also be the thing that saves your friend later. That tension, that choice between self-preservation and group survival is the heart of the game. And from those mechanics, the real play emerges. Suddenly, the game stops being about climbing at all, and all about trust. Every decision carries weight. Who carries what, who leads, and who waits. You find yourself negotiating constantly, arguing over choices, laughing at mistakes, and holding grudges when somebody slips. And then, just as quickly, someone redeems himself with a perfect save. The daily map seed keeps things fresh because the mountain resets every day and all prior knowledge disappears. You can solve it once and be done. Each climb forces you to improvise, to adapt, and to confront each other again and again. The emotions that come out of this are what really stick. Challenge is ever present. The climb is harsh, unforgiving, and it will punish mistakes without mercy. Fellowship emerges naturally because no one can succeed alone. Every step depends on someone else pulling their weight. The game's narrative isn't written in cutscenes, but unfolds in real time through proximity chat. Each climb also brings discovery, since the mountain changes every day and every route holds its own surprises. And through it all, players express themselves through badges and achievements, which show who's been through the hell before and show record of experience and resilience. None of these outcomes are accidental. They emerge naturally from the systems, compelling you to engage, to react, and to care. And then there's the mountain itself. Always vertical, always dangerous, because falling is the most dramatic punishment possible. Narrow ledges and tricky jumps act as a social choke point, places where friends crowd together, argue, and try not to slip. Resources aren't just scattered around at random. Their placement forces dilemmas. Do you share? Do you hoard? Do you risk it all for one ration box? The geometry isn't just background, it's a pressure cooker. The design even bleeds into culture. Bing Bong, the plush toy that players carry as a joke, turns into a mascot. The developers lead into it, and suddenly what started as a prop became a symbol of trust, of luck, and of community. That's what happens when systems are open enough for players to add their own meaning. The best designs don't just create gameplay, they create culture. So why does Peak work? Not because it's polished to perfection, but because it hands players the tools to make their own drama. Every mechanic feeds into a dynamic. Every dynamic feeds into an emotion, and when you're dangling off a cliff, yelling at your friend while they're laughing at your ragdoll body, you're not admiring polish. You're living a story the game gave you, one you'll retell long after the climb is done. That's good design, and that's why Peak works.